Yay Networks.
Welcome to the Great Girlfriends podcast, where we discuss life, love, laughter, and everything in between. I'm your host, Sybil, and I can't wait for you to hear all of the Great Girlfriend magic on today's show. So without further ado, grab something great to drink, grab your pen and your paper, and get ready for this week's episode. Enjoy! Hey, Great Girlfriends. Happy Wednesday. Sybil here, and I'm so excited to be back in recording space with you. So you may have noticed I'm switching my spaces up. I'm not quite sure what I like better, but this blank is not working for me. So I will be changing it out very quickly. And if you're listening to the audio of this podcast, just go over to YouTube, put in the Great Girlfriends, check out the episode, and you'll see I'm like in a very blank space and I've got to do some stuff behind me. But again, like I'm switching environments and trying to figure out what I want to do differently in 2023 because I need to disrupt my space. I was actually getting bored watching the backdrop that I had from last year. And I was like, I'm not feeling it anymore. It's not me anymore. I'm not loving it. So anyway, happy Wednesday. So much going on. If you have not registered for the Ready.Set.Go challenge, guess what? You have 4 more days. Literally, the challenge is happening Sunday, January 22nd through 24th. And it's going to be in our virtual environment in our private Facebook group, not the general Facebook group, but a separate group that's designated for us to have as our space for the challenge. The reason why we do this is because if you've paid for the challenge, don't you want to be set apart and put in a separate space where you can enjoy being with other women who also paid to be a part of the challenge? And it gives us a chance to really like hone in on the content that we're talking about, all of it, which is quite disruptive, all of it, which is set to make you do better, feel better, go further, faster in 2023 and beyond. And so I really want you to be a part of that. So if you haven't registered, go to bit.ly/RSG challenge 2023. That's bit.ly/RSG challenge 2023. Okay. I am so excited. So this is a very intimate challenge. And I got to tell you, it's the most intimate one we've had thus far. For whatever reason, it's not moving the way it normally moves. And while I could be sad about it in one way, I'm super excited about the women that have signed up, that understand what the challenge is expected to do, and who want to be a part of it, who really, really want to get that breakthrough. So you may have seen an email that I sent out in our mailing list this morning, and it was talking about the people that are nearest to you. And I just want to plant in your spirit right now where you are, pull over so you can hear this and just take it in. The people that are nearest to you need to be in full support of your highest potential. And I mean that, with everything that's on the inside of me. They need to be in full support of your highest potential. And sometimes we have people who are near to us, like really in that tight inner circle, who are not playing their part. They haven't even really earned that spot. Maybe they earned it like back in high school, junior high, elementary. Maybe you grew up together. I don't know. Maybe you felt for a season that they were going to be the ones that could really play like leading role in your friend circle. But you've come to a place where you realize that things are changing for you, that you're growing, that you're evolving. And the people that are nearest to you need to be in full support of where you're going. Yes, they love you where you are, right? I love my people where they are. They love me where I am, but they don't expect you to be here forever because they are putting their faith and their works, right, and their relationships and everything behind seeing me get to where I want to go in life. And I'm doing the same for them. So I'm saying that to say, do the evaluation, do a solid friend check. I don't do this on a yearly basis because that takes too long. I don't need people real close too long that are saying the wrong things, spewing all that negativity, nasty conversations about how things need to stay the same. And you, girl, you sure you can do that? Or girl, that seems like a lot. You don't need that when you're doing something disruptive in your life and when you're really trying to make progress and when you're growing and evolving. You need people around you that are like, word, so let's map this out. Or let me see who I know that can help you. Or girl, I'm gonna pray for you. Or I'm so excited for you. They might even know what to do, but they'd be like, I'm so excited for you, girl. You're gonna do so good. I can see that. Or if they can't see it yet, they can just press pause on it and sit back and listen to you tell your vision and your dream and just help you get it out. But you do not need people in your space who are there restricting you and confining you and making you feel small and telling you that you need to play it safe and be comfortable. So I'm asking you to do a solid friend check for 2023. And I to do my friend check on a monthly basis. Monthly basis. I know y'all like, dang, monthly basis, but yes, I like to check in on a monthly basis. The reason why I do it on a monthly basis is because things evolve, circumstances hit, and I might need to move. I might need this person in my ear at this time, and I might need to hear a little less of this person in my ear at this time because I know and understand where I'm going. And I need to know that I have the right support and that I can offer the same. So I'm constantly reevaluating, like, I need to have more conversation with this person this month, or this person tends to nurture me in this way. I need to really get with this person in this season that I'm in. So I'm giving you this because I want to remind you that in 2023, as you're moving forward and you're growing and you're evolving and you got the board and the plans, you like, I'm doing this, hey, I'm doing this. I want to remind you that you cannot do that with old strategy. New year, new strategies. And even as you think about the strategies that are working, just refine them a bit. There are going to be some things that you have done in the past that worked in the past. There's some stuff you were doing in 2020 that did not work in 21, did not work in 22. How about the stuff we did in 19? 2019 did not work for us in 2020. How about that? How about we thought we were going to have a whole other year than we had? Saying that to say, be prepared to flex your strategy as needed. When you realize that you are looking at success one way, but life is calling for you to do something different and it's requiring you to step into another space mentally, spiritually, physically, be prepared for that evolution. Be prepared to go, what strategies do I need to adjust to accommodate this stage of life? Not the stage that we were in last year, but this stage. I'll give it to you for example. As you know, and I speak about over and over and over again because I'm so obsessed with my children and my husband, I have now a 14-year-old. That's like a man, y'all. That's like a whole close to being man. He's only got like 4 more years in what's considered childhood. And then he's like, he's in adult territory. And quite frankly, the boy looked like he 18. Maybe not 18, maybe 16, but you get what I'm saying. And I have an 11-year-old. So I have a 6th grader and I have a 9th grader. The things that I used to parent them as toddlers, I can't use those strategies as much anymore. I can have some core values, right? Because we all have core values, but the way that we implement those things are very different. What I'm learning that I need to do to nurture my kids in this season is different from what it was when they were both in elementary or when, they were babies or even when we lived in New Jersey and now we live in LA. They need something different, something greater than what I used last year. So I'm constantly checking in because I'm like, okay, what's working and what's not? And let me tell you, Dylan gave me an earful of what's not working, a whole earful. And I had to swallow it, y'all. I was like, dog, I thought I was winning. But this girl has let me know, mommy, you ain't winning. You ain't winning here, 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 and here. Imagine the pain in my heart, right? I was like, oh, Jesus, I'm aching. However, I'm so grateful because the things that we talked about are things that I can transform with the right strategy. And if I really want to grow, if I really want to disrupt, if I really want to move things forward, if I really want to shift, and if I really want to have a long lasting relationship with my daughter, with my son, my husband, I got to be willing to be adaptive to the new seasons and adjust as I need. So I'm asking you to go into your life, look inside the corridors and the spaces of your life, and ask yourself first, we're starting with our friend circle. Who do I need to have to spend more time with in this season, right? Where do I need to have more proximity? In this season where I'm operating at this level, or I'm feeling a little less visible, maybe I'm feeling invisible, maybe I haven't quite found my stride yet, and I'm trying to figure out like where I fit. Who are the characters that I need in my circle to support and challenge me into my next level, right? Who are those people? Because the friends that we have closest, they are shaping and they are transforming, they are molding and sculpting many facets of our identity. So, y'all, remember how I told you I ate everything under the sun over the Christmas holiday and my summer waistline kind of disappeared? And I live in summer year round, right? I live in Los Angeles. So I need that summer waist. I need to be eternally snatched. Well, guess what?
I was trying to move too fast and furious. Consequently, I realized I'm going to fail if I go fast and furious. I need a sustainable plan. And quite frankly, to be very honest, I cannot believe that I waited so long to try this out. But I found a company that I love that I want to share, and it's called Green Chef. And first and foremost, the reason why this is the most amazing meal prep company on the planet, and why I'm so addicted and so excited to share it, is because the food is for every single woman. I mean, no matter what your lifestyle is, maybe you're keto, maybe you're paleo, you're vegan, you're vegetarian, fast and fit, Mediterranean, gluten free, whatever your choice, they have options for every single one of us. So, and even if you're like flexa, maybe you're flexa keto, flexa vegetarian, flexa fast and fit like me, flexa Mediterranean, whatever your choice, you're able to switch between those different types of lifestyles because they have such a robust menu of delicious, when I say delicious, and nutritious meals. And guess what? This is where it gets really good. They literally have 10-minute lunches. So remember how I used to tell you guys it takes me an hour to prep a lunch. Consequently, sometimes I don't eat my lunch and I was really disappointed in myself and wanted to do better. Well, my do better has arrived. My do better is here. 10-minute lunches. Each week, you get a menu, right? And the menu has 2 convenient, low prep, and nutritious lunches that are ready in just 10 minutes, and you don't even have to cook. So these are perfect for people like me who are on the go and pressed for time and always jam between Zooms or meetings, right? So I eat well and I feel good about it, and I actually love the recipes. Shout out to the honey chicken recipe and shout out to the spicy sesame shrimp. Banging. Okay, because y'all know I'm a foodie, so you know I'm super excited. But Green Chef's pre-made and pre-measured sauces, dressings, and spices make it very, very easy for me to stay within my healthy boundaries, right? So no more drenching. I literally have pre-measured dressings that I can just pour on, and it's not too little. It's the perfect amount to give you the savory taste you need, right? And to feel like you're not cheating. Like, I'm not cheating. I'm actually getting what I like, and it's healthy and it tastes good and I'm happy. So all the time that you would put in towards your meal prep, you can put that time towards something else in 2023, like all the goals that you put on your vision board and in your planner and all those things, right? So I love that the recipes have organic produce, premium proteins, and sustainably resourced ingredients. So this is so cool because if you were looking to really raise your standards around your food in 2023 and keep flavor intact, you're doing that, right, with Green Chef. And it's so good. When I say good, I mean so good. Again, I want to shout out my favorites. The spicy sesame shrimp and the honey chicken have really had a home in my heart. I mean, like, I'm excited about it when I taste it. And I also have kids who love and adore the food. So shout out to me being a winning mom. And it fits my on the go lifestyle. Can't miss with this. So here's what you want to do. I know you want to grab your boxes and get your meals prepped and get ready to get your Green Chef lifestyle going. Go to greenchef.com/girlfriends60 and use code girlfriends60 to get 60% off plus free shipping. Girlfriends60 and use code girlfriends60 to get 60% off plus free shipping. greenchef.com/girlfriends60 and use girlfriends60 to get 60% off plus free shipping, right? And I love the fact that they're giving us 60% off plus free shipping. Can't miss that. This is the #1 meal kit for eating well, and I'm so happy to share it with you.
That peer influence is powerful, and we got to take ownership of the fact that we mirror our friends in so many ways. So if you know that you're a mirror to some of the identity that your friends possess, what are some of the things that you're mirroring right now? Oof. We got some stuff we don't want to mirror, and we got some stuff that we are really proud that we're mirroring, right? I can safely say that I feel so good because so many places my friends have molded me into being a really, really present and loving mother and like woman who is kind-hearted and intentional and really wants to make space for women to grow and evolve. And they've helped me because those are the type of women that they are, laser sharp in their strategy, right? Each one in different careers, but they help me to become very strategic about what I'm doing and I help them. And so we never have closed doors. When it's time to talk and somebody throws something at the table, we throw a response right back, a solution, a challenge, a stimulation, a charge, whatever it is. We never leave each other hanging. And that's what I love. If the moment requires humor, boom, I got jokes. If the moment requires prayer, bam, got prayer for you. If the moment requires strategy, hey, I got strategy. If you need funding, what we got, how much we put on the table. That's what I have. And I want you to be able to have the same thing, but you got to ask yourself, who is it? Who are those type of women that I need to be around in this season? What type of character do I need in my life at this stage, right? And I do mine monthly. You can do yours monthly, quarterly, weekly. Some people need to do it hourly. Hello. Might need to be by the minute. You know your people. I don't know them. I'm just saying. Whatever it is, be willing to do it. Then you got to look at your own life. I want you to look into your life and take a lens and turn it around and go, where are some of the places where I need to, disrupt or adapt my strategy for this season? Right? Because what you'll realize is that as the years do change, so do need the strategies oftentimes need to change. And even if it is like I'm laser focused on my business, okay, maybe it's team development, maybe it's income flow, maybe it's operational resources, maybe it's getting your HR in place, maybe it's infrastructure development, maybe it's your network, whatever it is, what area, right? Get very concentrated and say, all right, what specific area do I need to have a more adaptive strategy? Maybe I need to look at it. And you'll know because you'll say to yourself, I'm not really solid with the fruit in this area. I'm not really vibing on how I look over here. This could be better. I know there's more here, or I'm leaving money on the table in this area. Or you know what? I've been shrinking and playing small in this space, and I haven't figured out how to be my best self. And so I need to really adapt my strategy. So go inside, take the inward look and go, where is that for me? Is it my weight loss strategy? Let me get honest with y'all. I had the raggedy weight loss strategy. Talk about wanting to lose weight eating brioche buns. Don't match. Ice cream, another comfort food, not happening, right? And that's just me being honest with you, giving myself permission to have too many cheat days, too many cheat moments or experiences, right? Telling myself to get rid of all breads. When the truth of the matter is, I'm not an all bread person. I just need to cut one bread. I need to cut brioche buns. Okay. You hear me? I can inhale the brioche bun. Don't toast it. It's a wrap. So it doesn't matter if I'm getting rid of French toast or I'm getting rid of, biscuits or cornbread. I don't really care about those. The one that I need to get rid of is the one I need to focus on. I got to concentrate on that. But what we do sometimes is make it so broad-based that it's almost impossible for us to see how to implement. Well, I know if I just roll on past the brioche aisle, if I cut it out, if I cut out the meals that I think belong on a brioche bun and switch it out with lettuce, if I tell myself that that is keeping me from my summer waistline, which I now live in summer year round, folks, because I'm in LA. Hello, that brioche bun is hurting me. So when you see me out and you catch me with a brioche bun, you can literally be like, girl, you just said you're trying to cut that out. What kind of strategy is this strategy even working? Right. But if I don't take an inward lens into my strategies and go, Sybil, seriously, where have you been absolutely just negligent? Right? Where have you given yourself such a broad based strategy that there is no room for implementation in your life? Where have you said, I need to work on my finances, right? I need to work on my finances. Okay, that is so grand and that is amazing. And that is very broad. What specifically what specifically do you need to target in your strategy that is going to allow you to grow yourself to the next level? Being very, very concentrated, get very centered in on one thing that you can attend to that's going to nurture that next level. If it's the spending, if it's the income flow, right? If it's the budget allocation, if it's your policies, if it's, cutting your Amazon, or I mean, excuse me, it's your memberships and cutting some of those memberships down. If it's, how you move your money in the market, maybe it's your investing strategy. It's not just working on my finances, it's a specific thing. So where do you want to get specific? You want to ask yourself, where do I need to have a more adaptive strategy? Where do I need to concentrate? Where do I need to attend to ensure I can look at a result I like at the end of the year? I know for a fact the reason why it all just went south for me when it came to food. I can tell you why. It's because I didn't have a specific strategy in place. I just said, I'm going to lose this weight. Wait for it, right? I want to lose this weight, and I'm still waiting to lose the weight. Then I was like, maybe I need to go up a size here and there. Yeah, girl, I'm not going to reclass and get into a different size set to accommodate bad choices. I don't need to do that. I need to adjust my choices. But the permissions that I gave myself last year do not support the results that I was looking for. So you might find yourself in the same position where you're like, man, my choices don't support my outcome. They just don't. And I got to be honest. But if you never look on the inside to see where those choices don't match the outcome, then you'll never know what you need to adjust. So you got to be willing to take some quiet time and take a lens and point it inward, right? Because sometimes it's not the devil. I learned that. I'm like, dang, this is not even the devil right here. This is actually me playing devil to me. Yikes. It's me sabotaging me. It's me moving too fast and leaving a laptop in one city and a phone in another. It's me eating brioche buns on a burger with cheese and pickles, onions, all the goodness, right? Toasting that bun. I can see it in my face right now. Y'all know I'm a foodie too, by the way. It's me doing that. It's me shopping on Amazon. Wasn't nobody with me. Didn't nobody tell me to go on there. It was me putting myself to sleep, adding the cart. That was me. Didn't nobody do that to me. That was not the devil on my back. He didn't come and snatch up my phone and take my thumb and press it in. No, 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 no. That was me making choices, right? Maybe it's you brunching away your finances. Maybe it's you hanging around in a relationship that is just not working for you. Maybe it's you at a job that you absolutely hate, but you know you deserve better. Or maybe it's you not getting a promotion that you're too afraid to ask for. Maybe it's not the devil. Maybe it's you, right? So we got to be willing to take ownership of that for 2023.
Looking to get your financial future organized? Well, if you don't have life insurance yet, that should be at the top of your list. Fabric by Gerber Life is the easy one-stop shop you need with life insurance and other family finance solutions all in one place. And guess what, great girlfriends? I am the mom of a 14-year-old and an 11-year-old. And one of the ways that I look at generational wealth and being able to really pass on a strong inheritance to my children is by having life insurance. So I'm hoping that this supports your financial needs as well. Fabric was designed by parents for parents to help you get high quality, surprisingly affordable term life insurance policy in less than 10 minutes. You could be offered coverage instantly with no health exam required. Okay, that is absolutely amazing. Like, seriously, who wouldn't want that? So here's what you're going to do. Protect your family today with Fabric by Gerber Life. Apply today in just 10 minutes at meetfabric.com/greatgirlfriends. That's meetfabric.com/greatgirlfriends. MEET fabric.com/greatgirlfriends. Policies issued by Western Southern Life Assurance Company. Not available in certain states. Prices subject to underwriting and health questions.
And the other thing you want to look at is, who are you to you? Who are you? Say, who am I to me? I had a very, very cross some tears conversation with Kwaku's, my husband, because we were talking about, how we can be so heavy handed with ourselves. Sometimes we aren't even gracious. We aren't even nice. And when we make mistakes, we condemn ourselves and then we start not trusting ourselves to make different choices, or we get afraid. And the minute we make, a wrong decision, we just drop everything. We start to ask ourselves, is it even worth trying something new? Is it even worth trying doing something different? The answer is yes, it's worth trying and doing something different. And the answer is you are worthy of those new choices. The challenge comes into, who are you to you? How do you treat yourself? Do you love on yourself? Are you giving yourself the kindness that you deserve? Some of us were raised with a heavy hand. So when it comes time for us to parent ourselves, we come real heavy handed and aggressive and mean, right? We don't, no exceptions. I mean, we come in there with the whistle like a coach, training early in the morning, no warmth, no love, no tenderness. And most of us can honestly say that our lives are calling and asking for a lot more tenderness. I realized in the recent years, I was like, wow, after my dad passed and coming out the pandemic and moving from Jersey to Memphis to LA, I needed some tenderness. And it wasn't from the outside world. I didn't need other people comforting me and patting me and loving me and, telling me that I'm going to be okay. I needed to offer that to myself liberally. I needed tenderness. I didn't need the coach's whistle. I needed a warm blanket, a hug, a smile, some sensitivity, patience, grace, none of the things that I was accustomed to ask to offering myself. So imagine the adjustments that I had to make. Now, mind you, when I was living the life that I was living before the pandemic, before my move between New Jersey to Memphis to LA, I needed the coach's whistle. I needed that shove in the back. I needed that hard talk, like, girl, get your butt up and get to work. I needed all of that. But after the loss of a parent, I became a new woman, a different woman, one who was more sensitive to the fact that life is so tender. And so I needed to be to me, and I still need to be to me, more tender, more gracious, more encouraging, right? Some of the things that I said to myself before are now discouraging to me today. So, who are you to you? Who are you to you? Are you willing to be loved to you when no one else is there to offer it? Are you willing to be patience? Are you willing to be support? Are you willing to be a friend? Are you willing to forgive yourself? Are you willing to be a guide? You have to ask yourself, who am I to me? Sometimes I have to parent the little girl in me and tell her to grow up, but I don't need to scream at her. I don't need to beat her down and tell her, girl, why are you still trying to, I don't need that. I need to nurture her and groom her to be more mature in certain ways. Now, in some ways, I still need to skip in the rain, dance in the rain, throw paint in the air and splatter slime, right? But in other ways, there is another level of emotional intelligence that my life needs. And in order for me to get there, I've got to groom her, the little girl on the inside of me, with a little more tenderness, because what I recognize is that what I was missing in my strategy, who I was to me, I was missing tenderness. So I'm asking you, because you get to be you to you, right? Unhindered. No one gets in the way of how you show up for yourself. You actually get to do it liberally, abundantly, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can play audio of you to you. You can pass mirrors and say, I love you. You can smile and laugh at things that you did that were so funny. You can find joy in your own presence. You can be kind when you're in those strides where you're feeling tired and fatigued, but you know you got more work to do. You can be kind to you. Who are you to you? And who are you willing to be to you in 2023? Will you be tender? Will you be loving? Do you need to be more stern to you? Have you given yourself too many excuses? Do you need to be more strict? Do you need to set more boundaries with yourself? Sometimes I'm talking to myself, I'm like, Sybil, don't even go down the ice cream aisle, girl. Don't do it. It's gonna end up right in your thighs. Girl, don't even go down the aisle. You know good and well. Ain't nothing else on the aisle that you even like. So why are you even trying to take that right turn down the ice cream aisle? This is me talking to me. And my kids don't have a clue what's going on in the grocery store. My husband doesn't know that I'm telling myself, stay out the ice cream aisle, sis. Stay out the ice cream aisle. But I'm willing to be more stern to myself in certain areas because I know it's required, but in a tender way. Like, Sib, girl, you know your summer waist, you know your thighs, you know the stuff you're working on, right? You love you. Get out that ice cream aisle, girl. Or it's me going about to log on to Amazon before I go to bed, like, let me see what I left. Like Amazon asked me to check in every night, but that was me just checking in. Let me just see, what did I leave in the cart? Nothing you needed. Hello? You don't need nothing that you didn't get before bedtime. So anything you thought was about to be an urgent and important purchase, not necessary. So I had to be stern with myself in a tender way right now, because remember, I need tenderness most, but stern. Also, in my friend circles, I'm safe to say, guys, y'all know I'm tender right now. So y'all know, I mean, you used to be able to just gut punch me with the truth. I'm gonna need a velvet glove right now. I need it. I need velvet glove love. I do. I need to hear the truth, but with a velvet glove because I'm in a tender space. And I know that I need to offer myself the freedom to be tender. I said it to my kids and to Kwaku, my husband. I'm like, babe, I am very tender right now. I don't know how long I'm gonna be tender. As long as I am tender, I require tenderness. So who will you be to you? You've got to offer it first so you know how it feels, you know how to expect it and require it from other people. But if you can't offer to you first and you expect other people to provide you with tenderness, you don't really know what you're looking for. You might feel it in a word, but you don't really know. So I advise you to think about it. Who do I need to be to me? That has nothing to do with anybody else in the world. And you can even think back. One year, I went through a year, and I'm giving y'all all my business, but I went through a year. Geez, it was 20 years ago, but I needed to be forgiving to myself. I needed to forgive myself for the choices that I was making after I went through assault. I said, I've got to forgive myself for being depressed. I felt bad. I was judging myself for depression. Girl, you have a great life. You have two loving parents. You got siblings who love you. You are in Ivy League University right now. Like, why are you depressed? And I was depressed because I felt unworthy, because I felt so stripped from my humanity. Like he took life from me when I was assaulted, right? So I had to be forgiving because I judged myself for being depressed. Maybe that's you. I don't know. But I had to forgive myself and say, you're human. You feel what you feel when you feel it. You don't get to choose the circumstances around it. It can be the sunny day, but if you're feeling depressed and if you're feeling pain, those feelings are true to you, and you don't need to feel guilty because the world looks great on the outside when you're hurting on the inside. So, Sybil, forgive Sybil. So I'm just asking you, who do you need to be to you? Right? Before you start going out and expecting everybody to show up the way you need them in your life and positioning them, who do you need to be to you? Who do I need to be to me? Right? Question that I'm asking myself and that I'm offering myself the honest truth, right? I'm giving myself the honest truth so that I can show up, extend that grace to myself, and then I can also communicate it to the people that love me most. Like, yo, I'm in a season right now. I need this. You're going to see me pulling from you like this. And if it's too much, you let me know. I got it. I understand because maybe you're not built that way, right? I respect if you can't offer me tenderness. I might not call you as much, but I respect it, you know? Or when people come too hard and abrasive because they're used to old me, they're used to old you, I can say, ooh, that hurt. That don't feel good right now. We can't do too much of that. I can't, right? You can say, I'm not equipped to handle that because I'm in a different stage right now. You can represent yourself most effectively when you're clear on who you want to be to you. All right. I think I have said absolutely enough to give you something to work with in advance of the other 11 months that are to come this year, where again, we don't want to look at the same results we looked at in 2022 and go, man, I wasted time because I was, looking at yesterday, hoping that things would change, but never putting any strategy behind it. Or I was operating in old circles that really didn't match this season. I didn't give myself what I needed, right? We want to shift all of that so that not only do we have expectation, but we have the results that match it. We have the outcomes because we put in the work. So I hope that with this episode, you're able to make like 3 quick changes, 3 quick ones, or you even have the clarity in your mind to go, all right, friend shift. Ooh, I need a little one pinch of this friend and a whole pound of this friend, right? Or I want to spend more time in this circle because I know that this is the kind of nurture that I need, right? And you're able to look at your strategies and say, where do I need to be more adaptive? Where do I need to shift things because my life is evolving and I want to be present in my life in ways that are effective? And then who do I need to be to me? Who do you need to be to you? Huh? Who do I need to be to me? All right. I love you, great girlfriends. I love you so much. Please, please, please do email me if this episode was effective to you. I want to hear it personally at welcome@thegreatgirlfriends.com. I also want to see you inside of the Ready.Set.Go challenge, bit.ly/RSG challenge 2023. I want to see the notes. I love when you guys send me the notes that you've taken from the episodes. I'm like, oh, they were taking notes. I love it so much. I love it so much. And last but not least, stay tuned because you may or may not have heard that I wrote an ebook. It's bomb. If I do say so myself, it is amazing. I would love for you to have a copy. It's called Ready, Set, Go, 5 Simple Strategies for Overcoming Self-Sabotage. Simple strategies, simple keys for overcoming self-sabotage, just for you, just for me. And it's for every woman, because guess what? Every single one of us goes through a period of self-sabotage where we find ourselves stuck or we find ourselves in paralysis through overanalysis, right? Or we find ourselves overthinking everything. And so we're just like spiraling, or we find ourselves jammed. Every woman goes through it. So if you're listening to this podcast and you feel like maybe it's not for you right now, get the book for later, because you're going to need it for later. So when you register for the Ready, Set, Go challenge, there's a page in there that offers you the opportunity to pre-order the book. The book is coming out in February, and I cannot wait for you to have your chapters to download. It is going to be your small pocket guide. You are going to love me even more than you love me now. You are. I know you are. And I'm just excited about how the book will help to transform your life and all your goals and support you and help you just be the best woman that you are. Last but not least, I believe in you. In case you didn't know it, if no one's ever said it, I believe in you. Okay. And these podcasts are dedicated to that belief in you. And just know that you are so deserving of God's best, highest, and greatest at all times. All right. Love you, great girlfriends. Peace.
All right, great girlfriends, did you enjoy this week's episode of the podcast? If so, would you please give us your amazing review on iTunes? Every single review helps another great girlfriend get plugged into the podcast and the community. Speaking of community, make sure you join our Facebook group at The Great Girlfriends, follow us on Instagram at The Great Girlfriends, and on Twitter at @the_great GFS. I'm Sybil and I'm out. Peace.